right, so still your number one O1 best station, Let's Giddy 90.1 FM, right here for the city of Lagos. Now the Giddy Morning Show, now you turned up to right about now. And me, myself, my name, original chichi, and I dare here with
your total one of Let's Giddy FM, a Kurekujiego one of Africa, the mouthpiece of the airwave, anointed mouth, and I'm Kake with you on top People Republic.
Yes, so anointed on talk and finish now. People Republic, now we cack put right about now where they come to you every weekday from 8 o'clock go reach 9 o'clock. Now there we they bring the biggest issues them where they happen for inside Nigeria. Right about now we they drop a massive they hot and we get our in-house panelists them to talk put on top the matter. And of course you the Republicans, you they definitely part of the program. What do we do? We say talk about and finish. Yourself go shook mouth for inside. In fact today we just get back to back. In fact he say a lot. When they talk say wahala be like Bond Street, not the finish at all. It's very long. Now so Nigeria wahala be. Now so it don't be right about now. Of course we don't get our in-house panelists and we go introduce them. The one with we go introduce them as it is hot. Good morning to you, Mr. Opai.
I greet you, original Sisieko. I greet you, anointed mouth.
Greetings.
And you with the other side, I also greet you.
All right, so welcome. The rest of them, so they go meet us halfway for
some
inside.
Some are flying,
some are flying, some follow this Ibadan Lagos Expressway.
It is very possible.
So the diversion
you need to slow down.
They need to slow down and all of
and
that.
Follow the guidelines.
And follow the guidelines and the alternative routes.
Yes, of course.
That's so.
I just hope say the star never lead them to where they no one go.
No, go where
because it is very possible. Say the star. Feel mislead them. You understand?
Especially that way they carry frankincense.
That's now why we need to really come. We need to really show care and love for this time. But we believe that they're okay, and we believe that they will join us for inside the show as the show progresses.
Yeah, so as they hot, not forget say we there on top Facebook at Let's Giddy FM 901. You feel be the first to know what we talk about. You feel see them before we talk about them. But say you sharply go on top our Facebook at Let's Giddy FM 901 or
you called, you send either SMS or WhatsApp message just to say you want to come up for inside the discussion, even as it is hot, as it is bono, as it is feeling, make you feel free because People Republic, the Republic of the people, by the people, and for the people. So feel free to send in text message or WhatsApp message. I stay the pinch you for body. They come 09094 901 901 09094 901 901.
All right, so sharply because of time, make we enter the first matter where it be like say we see them for on top newspaper headlines. So we open Punch, Vanguard, Guardian, Premium Times, all of them boil down to one particular story or some stories, but one particular one we be like say catch our eye. Nadia Bracadabra, where the Senate committee come aside do when he consign the chairman of the Code of Conduct Tribunal, where he name Nadanla the woman. We talk about her for here earlier this year when matter become aside say if be you slap the video self show
now for March, sometime in March.
Then be earlier this year now.
Yes, of course.
Now you slap they design this security man face. He dash and goes like bang. Because of that they say this one assault. Say make this Senate committee start investigate on top this matter.
See, you know, say Bigay won't first happen when that thing happen for inside Abuja. One of the plaza there for inside Abuja. Bigay won't happen normally.
Yeah.
Now say the boys they can see how security some policemen with they attached to them. How they take country, chance the matter they try to just block everything so that make the thing just go. But on the second thought, many Nigerians they wait to see how this matter go take play out.
Very true.
I go take end. And with what I see here, I'm not sure say it meets the desire of many Nigerians.
In case they wonder what's happen, now be say the Senate committee where they in charge of the investigation of that case now they just come aside, automatically suspend the case
indefinitely.
They're not talking say we adjourn or they're not adjourn matter. They're not postponed.
Another thought before we throw and I give another thought inside the thing we say. If to say Bege boss, Yawa gas that very day. Things can't get out of hand. Maybe Baba can't wunjo or something can't do Baba or something can't do Baba aid or something. The matter for this suspension for no be like this.
Police go investigate. You don't hear say court order stop police from investigating. But then this very one, just like Chidima talked, a very strange development because me never see this type before. Away because not be even order. That's why the decision of the Senate is questionable because no court ordered them to stop the investigation. From what we hear, before that panel yesterday. No court, no order. Just because Damladi Umar don't go court, go file process to challenge the authority of the Senate to investigate the matter, and simply because of that service of the court process, you say you go stop. No. Make them not forget, say now several times the Senate don't try to do one or two things, especially the one way interest them. And then when some people will go court, say, make una stop because this one will affect us.
Okay.
The same National Assembly will come out to say the court no get any power to stop them from doing their work. Make we not forget, say, what thing did they do? This investigation, not be even criminal investigation, not legislative inquiry. What did they do now? Inquiry. And there's no
and they get the right to actually do that.
Yes. What did they do now? Legislative inquiry, not be criminal investigation. So no courts actually get the power to stop the National Assembly or any legislative assembly from doing the legislative business. We also include to conduct inquiries like this.
Okay.
So that reason is very tenable. Of course, if you listen, you will hear for that audio the lawyer to that the person where they accuse the chairman of the CTC say nothing. That thing no, it don't make any sense. That decision no actually hold water because it's not supposed to happen. So I believe only the senators, the Senate Committee on Ethics and Privileges, go tell Nigerians exactly what did they run from. You know, that's why I say sometimes when they say they want to do this, their inquiry investigation, make we need the two clap for them. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes they also play with the mind of the Nigerians, play to the gallery, make it be like say they do.
You know,
but
sir, at this point,
is very serious, and we're not supposed to treat her with kid glove because of the nature of the accusation involved and the personality involved
and the evidence. The evidence
with the public.
But wait, you try talk now. Say, I know say you know be expert for law, but
at least I get common sense.
You sabi. With where this matter they go, this guy where they assault, so this security person where they assault, so if he still press charges, in lawyer if he still press charges as this matter say be like this.
But of course, they just choose to go the option of the the National Assembly. Ordinarily, with the abundance of that evidence, the strength of that video, we circulate where all Nigerians and the whole world been see. Of course, if you press assault charges against the CCT chairman,
and that one there, Senate committee no get
no, nothing concern them. That one has now actually option where they open to the young security guards.
Okay.
We also did way behind this matter. But then you ask him if he get the capacity, he get the muzzle to actually pursue such case in court.
Why you not go get the muzzle? Not be within it, right? Him being there assaulted according to allegedly.
If you go court, see how it don't happen now. They don't call it injunction, knock your head. Lawyer need they waka go court for free. Now the muzzle women they talk about, so you go get the financial muzzle to actually pursue such case against such highly placed individual.
This commonwealth of 18.
This wealth of 18.
We really need that for this country.
The truth be say, there's still provision within the law to help people in such position of incapacitation when you get the matter. Some lawyers they do it for free, pro bono thing.
Pro bono,
now some
exactly.
people they volunteer to do it, not be compulsion. You understand? Now only lawyer will feel pained by waiting say for that video, he volunteered to go help the young man to pursue this matter in a different way. In that case, if he go court. So I believe that because maybe they don't get that capacity to go court, decide to just pursue the thing through the National Assembly. And I mean they believe so. And I mean just the thing. So I don't know what they brought in mind and in own legal team. But then maybe they watch as it don't happen. Whether or not this one will be the final, we will hear this matter.
But at this point, who could challenge the decision of the Senate committee?
Nobody.
And they don't suspend. I mean, definitely, it's it.
Okay.
They say they're not going to work again.
As that matter take day for there, but normally we already established on top of the show yesterday. This young security guard, so in lawyer now, if he press charge.
Of course,
follow.
If you go, they feel pursue civil case. If you file civil litigation against the CTC chairman, they feel do that one.
Okay.
But that one will get anything to do with the National Assembly or the Senate Committee. But another thing also we would need to know by what happened for the Senate Committee yesterday. Now the fact that them also done that the matter with this CTC chairman file for court that they will follow and through. Now, at the end of that matter in court, they will determine whether they will come back to the case or not. But ask yourself, with the speed where would they see matter play out for Nigerian courts, how long it will last, make they take final decision on that matter. whether the Senate investigate or no investigate matter we concern the CCT chairman over that allegation of assault.
Okay. All right. So if you see they want to join us for inside the conversation, don't forget say we don't talk Facebook at Last Giddy FM 901. If you want to join body, what will be your thoughts on top the suspension or the indefinite suspension of the alleged inquiry for on top the assault of one security man by the chairman of the Code of Conduct Tribunal, Danladi Umar. Tell us what you think about this one on top our Facebook, Last Giddy FM 901, or
you send text message or WhatsApp message to 09094 901 901. Let us know whether I belly for you like that, or you see they're hungry for more. All right, I'm going to move to the next matter here as they concern major headlines for Inside the News this beautiful Wednesday morning. This one concerns the Yoruba activist when the name is Sunday Igboho. With the self say the Benin Republic don't fight charges against Sunday Igboho as them still keep him for prison. And some of these charges where they file against this activist include one. They talk about say this one plenty. They say illegal migration. That is immigrate illegally. That on one charge. The other one say dubious connivance with immigration officers. That one are 2. Then attempts to cause civil unrest. That one are 3. For Benin Republic now.
Okay.
If I the one way even interest me that's dubious connivance with immigration officers. Say that means he took head together to do wuru planning.
As alleged.
Join body.
They always they careful.
Say immigrate illegally. In fact, fresh one so.
You know, when I see these charges now, my first thing come my mind say,
who they pursue him?
I'm beginning to get music.
What do we go do?
I can lie now.
Because if I say when I say head don't burn, home is bad. Abroad is bad.
Very interesting. What they play out for Benin Republic as they concern Sunday Igboho. One major thing we'll get to draw out of this latest development are the fact that it be like say they don't look that extradition. I've been a repatriation. It go tough. It not go easy. Because like I would have mentioned the other day, the Republic has different jurisdiction and they know they under Nigerian government authority at all. They get their own laws. Even if they get extradition treaty with Nigerian government, you go get your own detailed provision as to how and circumstances under which if it happened. So like when they see this one means say there's a big question mark on the extradition. I mean, they think so. Because if the extradition for just sails so smoothly, they will not see then they contemplate on this kind of other charges. Now, me, they imagine, without going into the substance of the case, say that it be like say the whole idea right now not to find a way to make sure say Sunday Igboho no leave Benin Republic.
Okay.
You know, they say if you get enemies, better make you keep them close than to allow me go too far because you don't know what they do. So I think maybe to the extent of this matter they concern, it's better to the authorities, whether Nigeria or Benin Republic, to keep Sunday Igboho close than to allow them making come out go Germany because that one go too far and anything can happen. But then, like I talk, we will go to the details of the matter. They don't allegate. They don't mention all those BB grammar where you speak. We never see the actual substance because those things are just summary.
Okay.
Actually, the court papers will actually give in detail what constitute the connivance, what constitute the criminal, what you call that illegal immigration.
Yes.
We need to know, if we know those details, we understand exactly the strength of the accusation against Sunday Igboho. But to that extent, we don't leave them there. Like it's us, what you go do now? Say, would they watch? They bring details as it take play out.
All right, so on top of this matter we see concern Sunday Igboho, and the matter to be now, is it possible for Benin Republic to actually, if they find are guilty of this offense or these offenses, is it possible so they feel prosecutor for that country? And
the prosecution don't start already. It's not a matter of possibility.
If he not face DSS for here, if he not face DSS for here, he go face Benin Republican authorities for them.
Well, if they face them already, the prosecution don't start, they don't file charges according to what the report we get.
Yes.
They don't, and the prosecution don't start with that.
But
Another thing, to actually confirm prosecution don't start, they don't come out from the hand of police, put them for normal prison detention.
Okay.
So that one actually means the
I think the last time they give access to, I think, medical attention to.
Well, yes. Of course, they're entitled to RAM.
Okay.
To the extent that they never find them guilty of anything yet. So.
But now extradition will be the end of this matter. If I thought maybe they find and say, okay, yes, guilty of some of this, now extradition will come.
Well, I'm not really, my common sense not actually cover so much about the Republic and laws.
No verse.
You know, cover so much of the Republic.
You know why they ask this question?
Whether if they convict him on these charges, whether if they actually, create the ground for extradition. I know my common sense not really there.
You know why they ask?
But I imagine if these offenses where they say commit, now offenses within the Benin Republic, where they commit within the Benin Republic territory,
yes.
And within their in their space.
Okay.
And if whatever the law, laws they don't really write down. If that kind of offense warrants, say if the person will commit and not be a citizen, if you send them back to the country where he's from, then that one they possible they fit upon conviction.
According to their law.
If their law says so.
Okay.
If their law says so, if they convict you, go serve for your country. You go serve for that country. Remember, we get Nigerians who don't commit offense outside Nigerian jurisdiction. I remember that how they call that bomber Abdul Mutalab.
Okay.
Remember, we brought one from Nigerian, but because the offense where they commit now within U.S. territory, to the extent that that flight where they attempt to blow some years ago, now U.S. property. So the trial happened for U.S. and they convict them for U.S. We get instances here where they don't extradite what's his name? Hush Puppy.
Yeah.
Remember Hush Puppy? The offense when he commits, even though you know there for U.S. soil, commit him. From wherever I commit him, get something to do with U.S. institutions and U.S. breaches of U.S. system. They carry them from
Dubai, yeah.
They fly into U.S.
Yeah.
Now they will go facing parole. Remember this what's his name again? This other young man, Igbo guy.
Invictus
Obi. He commit the offense, they still now they will go face in parole. So laws they like that. So like I talk, we don't really know so much about whether if they convict him on these charges for when he allegedly committed.
Even James Ibori face him too now.
But then we know say James Ibori they still repatriate him.
Last.
Make him come complete in this thing for here, where eventually they grant pardon. Maybe some of the reason why some authorities they fear to actually send people with the wrong convict for their country to other jurisdictions to actually serve those sentences, because in many cases they show say the authorities in those other countries not going to follow through with that conviction. At least the James Ibori example still very fresh in our mind.
All right, so nothing forget say just to still update to now they see for top countries people say not more than 11 lawyers. About 11 lawyers now currently they on the case of this bail of this Yoruba Nation agitator wey name now Sunday Igbo. So as this Sunday happen, so these lawyers they battle to make sure say their bail day for them at least, because they talk say when they tell us say they see remand them yesterday, they say in lawyer word they say he was deeply pained. Now
the lawyer was deeply pained, or
no, the Igbo himself was deeply pained.
But then, it's not about. I know say yes to get plenty lawyers. You actually they get small advantage, but not be actually about the number of lawyers.
Okay.
I know what did they do to assemble this number of lawyers. Now actually, in some cases, most cases, now to intimidate the judge. Where you go assemble. You just say 3 8 5 from Nigeria.
This one, at least the judge go say this must be we don't want wahala.
But what I like na good factor. Maybe say the player to the courtroom.
Now good legal strategy to actually get the biggest names or the highest number of people to actually join your case. You actually get some kind of force.
You know what?
The force that to the extent the force that just the major force that intimidation, and then the other force that actually the fact that say these lawyers, depending on their pedigree, if you pull their intelligence together
find a
and
way.
decide why you want to press this button and now if they press another button.
No, truly, because I think you get one particular case when I witnessed them. I said a group of lawyers, they can't gather themselves. They talk. I say, so this way they have for football pitch. They have for the legal
they need to bring together ideas. But anyway, just tell us what you think about this one, about this case of Benin Republic, where they don't file fresh charges against Sunday Igboho as they say.
But we thank God, say at least for the court for that side. When the case starts, at least they bring Sunday Igboho come court. We actually appreciate
that one for Benin Republic.
Just the thank God say it happened like that. I just want to appreciate. You know, so when you see some kind of things, you go learn to appreciate some other things.
You know, so many things they're very different from.
We really appreciate that one. Say it's show for court, as in no logistics problem. You understand? We actually appreciate.
Maybe Benin Republic they get logistical issue.
Okay.
Maybe they not get. Moving on. Let's get the FM 901 on top Facebook. Now we can't put there. Let's get the FM 901. Tell us what you think. Send us your messages on top there, and we go read them one by follow.
If you don't get Facebook, I don't think you will get text message. Or you don't WhatsApp. Chapali. Send us your take as take on this matter we discussed this morning to 09094 901 901 09094 901 901.
All right, so moving on to the next matter where they're on ground. Ndị buru the change. They go they cry somewhere right about now.
Pound dollar.
Pound dollar change a pound dollar. Dollar 500. No, mostly.
Nobody they go they cry because no. You know what can't go here like this. You know they take any strategy. Nobody they stand in the line. You don't do your business. You don't come out.
People like Emeka bureau the change.
Pound dollar.
Omar bureau the change.
I get number of my man. Show you number of my phone.
Bureau the change.
Musa dollar. Abdullahi dollar.
As we they laugh, they cry. Why person go they want that? Now because of this new immediate.
You just said they will cry.
Okay, make us was shocked. Or they go see they process this one.
Because they have a shock. You say they feel already know say this thing won't happen, so they know.
Right.
Those guys they were connected now.
But anyway, if you just wonder what we they talk about, this one are the new development to come out yesterday by the Central Bank of Nigeria, where they come and say with immediate effect they stop foreign exchange supply to bureau de change operators. So any paro of bureau de change will consign foreign exchange supply, even the registration of new people for inside this bureau de change. It's not going to work. In fact, they say anything we concern, according by the CBN governor Godwin Emefiele, he come and talk say any form of foreign exchange supply moving straight to the commercial banks. He don't assign commercial banks to handle this one.
See?
And he reason.
Okay.
It's not. Personally, I feel say they unique to even the commercial banks because there's some of them they guilty of this particular offense. Where come and talk say some of them they use it for money laundering. Some of this bureau they change. They see they use the opportunity to do money laundering, even fraud. Wuru. Now because of that, it is very important and for them to maintain stability in exchange rate and all of that. Yeah. And make that immediate effect. You feel say this is a reason.
First question.
Okay.
now they wake up say these people.
Anytime when you wake up in the morning.
I want know.
Anytime.
Now they wake up say these people first. This bad men they happen around these people them. One that and one. Secondly, for Nigeria, we know that we get so many policy and so many law, but say many things stand for ground. And when I say stand for ground, so it go hold both the mighty, the high, and the low everywhere. Another one be that one.
Now still the same central bank actually give the backing, official backing to the bureau de change. Before they called them black market.
Even
black market. No. Now bureau de change now official. They will call them now. They call them secondary market. Okay. Now official now. But I tell you, say before now black market they call them. BC black market means they operate under the cover, under the radar, under any observation. Okay. Illegal.
You know why you talk black market? When we do our normal morning routine, we just open the mic. Would they say for that? They even the write and say black market. Now so surprised.
Now they talk now. I said now black. That's why some people still they stuck with that black market title they call them. But I said over time, in recent time, now the same central bank can't license their operation with the hope that it will they regulate them.
Okay.
Now the regulation I be the wahala.
Okay.
It no agree regulates. You understand?
As in regulators spoil, I've been waiting.
They may like you talk. You say if you make law to enforce them, if you put policy to enforce them, now the another matter with that. Apparently, the policy with the put program to make sure that they bring their operation streamline and properly monitor what they do. It no work. for various reasons.
Okay.
For various reasons. Some could be for human reasons.
If you say the coil bond for the regulator.
So that's why it take be. They don't do CBN don't do this one way they do. If you ask me as layman where you observe from far, I feel say good though. No, I feel say good.
But you know, she said this one they come off food.
Anyone here? I want you to want to
I feel say it good for all the reasons where Central Bank of Nigeria put for ground, as expressed by the Central Bank governor, to help stop fraud.
Okay.
I myself agree with her. Say it would be difficult to actually, control these people and their tendency for people to use them to commit fraud and also to launder money. Okay. Because some of them, they get this dollar, you can't even trace how they get the dollar. You understand? You don't trace how they get the dollar. But with banks, where they do business of foreign exchange, the CBN fit try. I think it go get easier for CBN to actually regulate the commercial banks than to actually bring all their weight upon the Bureau de Change operators. So that's why they decide to rather put their forex where they go fit control them exactly with the commercial banks than with the multitude of Bureau de Change operators. Some of them even feel regulate. They even talk says that some people they even do them illegally. And so some people they hide under the licensed ones, still they operate. Some they even do with bank a whole lot of dirty things they go on with this operation. But then, like you talk, one thing that to actually, read out these instructions, and another thing that actually to enforce them and to make them work. Now they don't instruct the commercial banks by fire by force. When I must set up a teller desk, we could entertain strictly
foreign exchange
demands. You understand? We know how they work before already. You understand?
And before when the thing they work. With the people they come and they complain, say the process.
They're very tedious.
Very tedious. Very cumbersome.
So the question now how to make that process a little bit more difficult.
Okay.
Now if you make them a little bit more difficult, it will still take us back to the very thing where CBN fear with this Bureau de Change operators.
Okay.
We can't decide to now suspend allocation of or sale of forex to them. If you make them less, if you remove all those things where people they say make them tedious. Right. Now that very reason, that thing where they make them tedious for banks. Now the very reason because there for the Bureau de Change operators, now they give room for the badment where they use the Bureau de Change operators to do. We know the things where the federal government through the central bank approve for Nigerians to do with forex. Like to pay school fees of children abroad, to go for medical, to go for medical treatment overseas, to actually import things within the custom list where if you import, and all of those ones. And the CBN don't actually talk based on this way they talk. Say if you go your bank and you make your demand for forex based on these approved items, and your bank no give you no listen to you, either immediately or they set a date where they go actually take care of that need. Say make you holler them. If you holler them, they go come in.
All right.
So, we expect that the CBN will actually live up to these new tasks where they don't put on their head.
We pray so.
Respond as time demands.
More questions today on top of this matter. I personally get 2 more questions to ask you concerning this matter. When we get market to sell, and when we come back, we go still put on top of this matter. Don't forget, say we do on top Facebook at Lasgidi FM 901. If you go there, check what they talk about. As it hot, send us your message there, or
you send a text message or WhatsApp message. It comes 09094 901 901 09094 901 901. With the show back.
Yes, so we come back now. All right, so Lasgidi 90.1 FM, number 1 O1 best station right here inside the city of Lagos. You see there for the Giddy Money Show, People Republic. Now you turned up with my name, now original Sisieko herself, Chichi, and I can't care with.
Total one of Lasgidi FM, a Kure Kujego one of Africa. For time's sake, anointed mouth. We need to move this morning.
All right, so sharply, don't forget, say we do on top Facebook, Lasgidi FM 901. If you see one shukai for inside the biggest issues inside the news, we talk about right about now, wrong go on top our Facebook at Lasgidi FM 901. Sharply, make we just tell you run through the topics them or the matters that we would already talk about. We tell you say Senate committee don't suspend investigation on top of the alleged assault for one security man by Chamo of the Code of Conduct Tribunal, we named Dela the Umar.
All right, we also established on top of the show this morning here, say Benin Republic don't fight charges against Sunday Igboho as them still keep him for prison.
All right, so we sit down and say the Central Bank of Nigeria don't stop foreign exchange supply to bureau the change operators with immediate effect. Now that one we see the talk, but I just say make I just sharply ask why what's up this matter. Now the talk said they unable to regulate the activities of this bureau the change operators for inside Nigeria. That will never bring comment as to why. You know,
they no talk say that they unable to regulate. I mean, they imagine say it's difficult for them to regulate. I mean, imagine not be waiting the CBN governor.
Okay.
Talk. So me they imagine say that why they decide to now go against what they be done put in place as in license these bureau de change operators and also put eye for the operation, and then all of a sudden after a while decide no the operation they meet your expectation again, so you want to me they feel a failure of regulation. You understand? They feel part of waiting the CBN governor talk now the number of increasing number of new applications to register as a bureau de change operators, where you say at that point where they start to regulate, they're not 75 then they in 2006 or thereabout, that over the years the thing don't rise to as in a whole lot in thousands. You understand?
Because you know if you consider and say that a lucrative means of business.
But of course not lucrative.
Now
so
means say person they put food for a mouth. Now you don't take out the food for person. My man say person in full-time job now bureau the change.
Waiting make am so lucrative. Now the sharp practices are actually waiting make am so lucrative, and the CBN they feel uncomfortable about this.
Okay.
Now from the part of the report, if you actually read completely everything where the CBN governor talked yesterday, in the talk said they give these bureau de change operators a certain amount of foreign exchange in dollars a week or in weekly basis. I think that $10,000 in weekly basis at the rate of the rate of something less than 400 naira.
Or less than the official rate.
Of course, so that they will make the profit.
And at the end, they'll call
their
the
profit margin, suppose they, according to CBN, within 2 naira margin.
Wow.
But then, by the time when this thing pass through, then go to market, dollar
they
how much dollar they talk. And so at that point, they need to feel regular, because yes, you don't tell business sell at this rate, but decide not to sell and how you want to deal with her. So I believe in a part of the frustration with the CBN face. If you actually see this high exchange rate, foreign exchange rate, actually it apply pressure on our local economy, on our own currency, the naira. You see how much when naira don't lose value. Maybe the immediate effect of what CBN do actually now the fact that say naira will still suffer. You know, I go still suffer the shock of this decision. Just like we don't already see as of yesterday, say you don't already take some hit, you don't depreciate, you don't lose some value. As at hours after that announcement where they make on yesterday, the naira don't slip a little bit more. If it go still happen, maybe 1-2 weeks. If they actually they serious, if it happen over maybe 1-2-3 weeks or 4 weeks, then it can stabilize. If they actually they serious to enforce the measures where they put on ground. But if they're not they serious about putting pressure on the commercial bank to make sure say they release the dollar on the request by people who need them.
Okay.
It will still put pressure on the naira, and naira go slide even further.
Okay.
And that one will defeat the purpose of this new policy they put on ground.
The way it takes
work as advantage, and if
or
it work as
disadvantage on the enforcement.
Yes, it depends on how they do it. The enforcement on their own, they're good. If they feel maintain them and feel make sure say the lives of Nigerians don't suffer based on this stellar point thing where they put on ground and the cumbersomeness of the commercial banks, then hope day. Anyhow, person don't even ask questions. Say, how will I now buy dollar? No worry.
Go to your bank.
Go to the bank and buy dollar. Now say it don't be. Now make we sharply enter the last matter.
All right, sharply on to the next matter as they consign the major headlines for Inside the News this beautiful Wednesday morning. You know, so yesterday we talk about headers who say they buy about 3 people, they kill 3 people for inside Ozo Owani local government area of Enugu State. Yesterday we talk about them, but okay. Some people said they even they miss for there, according to the reporters they come aside. This morning we they see this fresh one when they come aside, because even that when it happened yesterday, it don't they put many pressure for inside the system. When they see say the Ohanese youth, they worry over this killing. Maybe say they gone for Enugu State, because they talk say make military fish out these perpetrators of this crime. Them make they carry work out, do the necessary thing we say they're supposed to do, so that people could face the law. Even the Southeast youth self leaders, they charge DSS to produce murderers. So this headsman we say they do this killy for this region. As we talk down when they go, I saw this one say they happen. Now we see this one. My eye can't shine. Delta State chapter of Cattle Dealers Association, they don't demand 750,000 square meters of land for their livestock breeding and for markets. Now, as they talk this one come outside, Delta State government see much like for grant say anybody where one ranch has a one place to keep his livestock. He say he must buy land. I don't want to don't match for grant. You know, so when they talk about this meter, make I just sharply establish and say they want about 30 square meters of land for the 25 local government areas.
For each of the
Elu, Ezuzu. We'll talk about that this morning.
Why they go there for all the each of the local government?
It first worry my mind.
They say the ones are for livestock.
No. I said why you want to establish them for each of the local government?
Make it like say so that they fit spread their tentacles.
No. That one actually that's the part where me know they're very comfortable with.
Well,
if you want to do ranch business, if you do your ranch for one location for one state, Asaba, find land, get there.
Okay.
If person needs ramp. Nama from Agbo.
You go fit come.
You go travel go Asaba, go buy your Nama. If you there for Warri, you want Nama. You go travel. The distance not far. You go travel from Warri, go where market day for Agbo, go buy Nama. When they begin to make this kind of demand, say we must day for every local government. You see they drive the very suspicion based on which people they resist.
So they happen already.
Yes, where people they resist this kind of where people they resist open grazing, because they actually carry some kind underbelly message. Like I ask, why must you be present in each of the local government? You understand? You know what I talk?
Yes.
Why? If the state government suppose get their policy on agriculture, decide the area where it would be suitable to get cattle ranching or ranch. If you want demand, I like the language demand not be bad thing, because demand na a question of
forces, market
not be wants. Demand na market forces they determine. Demand na how much you get for your pocket. Now you go take me do economics now.
Whether it be available for me to even sell another one.
If you demand, you get what you they back up that demand. The money, resources. Now be the way you drive demand. You want to demand this volume of land. You get the resources to buy them, because demand na equation is a factor of how much they behind where they push that demand. So may they also prepare say as they demand for 750,000 square meter of land. So you get the money where go support that your demand, because at the end of the day if you don't get money where you support that volume of demand.
Considering say inside the bill
and availability
in another one. I know this one.
Inside the bill
availability because that one is very important. People say they don't get them.
And say inside the bill
they're available.
They give them 5,000 square meters inside the bill. Yes, the bill actually make provision for 5,000.
Okay, for the Delta State open grazing
bill.
Ban, okay.
But he offered them 5,000 square meters, and they talk say with all due respect, it's not enough. We they get about 800 cows where they come in every week.
So you know, not the cow where they go market, they kill them.
He said we need space for abattoir, we need space for the market, we need space for grazing. All of that. That's why 5,000 no go reach.
So that is why the couple together because say for every local government they want 30 square meters of land.
They go talk with the government. The truth be said, just like you talk, demand is also a factor of availability.
Yes.
If you know day, you know day. You know the key person on top of that. You don't make your demand as you be you for your mind. Apparently, based on the money where you get to support that demand, and then the person will want sell. Say, I don't get that much. See the one where they are available. So you also cut your clothes.
Cut your coat according to your clothes. Not be your size.
You cut your clothes. According to your clothes. So the cattle people they suppose understand that this thing. Say if the whole land mass for Delta State no reach like that we want to
availability.
What you go do? So just you will work with waiting they available. I know that one no go you're not supposed to bring quarrel at all. But I mean they work with waiting they available. Now say now one step you could take before you take the second one. You will count one before you count two. Deal with the 5,000 square kilometers of land available. Make you see how we take go. By the time the pressure they on that 5,000 square kilometer, even the government go to say you dey under pressure. They go decide to look for another place. But when they never see you never even put the 5,000 square to use. Then you they make demand for in excess of additional 700,000. You want to set up village?
you know, when I first is on my mind, I first the answer, what you go make them the demand for 30,000 square meters of land for each local government for inside that Delta State.
Make I answer you. Make I answer you.
No, when I first think
I feel answer you.
No, teacher, I can't even answer myself.
Okay.
Because I can't tell myself, say, where business, some people that they see cattle rearing business as a spare parts. And you know, say spare part business, it actually they available to some extent to every area, one kind. So if person they see them with the eye of spare part business, it's possible, say true, they really want to make it day.
Actually, I see them from another angle.
Okay.
From another angle, you know, say the government already offered them 5,000 square meters, and they demand for 30,000. I think say they won't create loop for deliberation. So that by the time they say 30,000 square meters, they say government they say 5,000. If you come to an understanding of maybe 10,000 square meters, 12,000 square meters, 8,000, depending on how the negotiation.
Now the very thing I talk to, I don't see anything to worry about this one. Now forces of negotiation will definitely play out, and then the factors will actually determine whatever they get or what government give eventually. Now how much they are hand and how much they are available. Right. Because if you don't get, if they waiting there on hand, no if support, even waiting the government they offer you, it means that you don't go get them because you can only get waiting they are available, what you fit afford and where they are available.
All right, so this not the much you go fit take on top our analysis on top the story we get. This not time for you to shook mouth for inside. Time don't reach for you to send us your message on top.
09094 901 901. Text message or WhatsApp message come 09094 901 901.
Last Giddy FM.